I try to never be terrified or paralyzed by being wrong. I want to be right, but if I believe something absolutely and there's a chance I'm wrong, I'm okay with it because, again, you can't be afraid as a stockbroker. You can't be afraid as a sportscaster. You have to go for it. And I'm going to say something now, and this goes against what a lot of people think. There is no way in the world when I hear all these trade rumors about Jayson Tatum of the Celtics, a 20-year-old kid that is not even close to his ceiling, getting traded for Anthony Davis, pass. I'm not trading Jayson Tatum for Anthony Davis. I'm not interested whatsoever. And I'll go on an island saying it. Anthony Davis, hurt regularly. Jayson Tatum, never hurt. It's a shooter's league. Tatum's an elite shooter. Anthony Davis is mostly a low-post scorer. Anthony Davis has illustrated no great leadership skills. He's just one of those really talented dudes. Jayson Tatum's already exhibited incredible leadership skills as a 20-year-old. Lost Kyrie last year, took him to the Eastern Conference Finals. Even Celtics people inside the building were shocked how good he was. One guy's mid-20s, one guy's 20. And if you have kids, let me tell you something. There is a massive difference until people get into their 30s with 5 years. You know, Jayson Tatum is not going to demand a max contract. The Celtics control his contract for years. I'm not making that deal. You look around the NBA right now. Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis are dominating bigs. So is Giannis. Giannis has never won a road playoff game. What did Embiid do last year? It's almost like world-class wide receivers. Once it comes to the playoffs, Randy Moss, even Randy Moss, when he was setting records with the Patriots, was never quite the same in playoff games. Weather gets cold, coaching gets better. Same with bigs. Bigs are great in the regular season, but if I get 7 games to discover how to marginalize a big and take him out of a game, good coaches do. I'm not trading. Jayson Tatum is what you're looking for in the draft. A smart 6'8", willing player who can shoot, drive, slash, defend, and score at the basket. Go look at his draft class. Markelle Fultz, bust. Lonzo, hurt again. Josh Jackson, whole bunch of nothing. Dennis Smith, already traded. Lauri Markkanen, okay. Jonathan Isaacs, raw coming in, still raw. I mean, Danny Ainge does not like to lose trades. When you buy a stock, it's not about the price the day you buy it. You buy it believing what it will end up trading for a year from now. Anthony Davis, this is what he is. Super talented, hurt regularly, not an elite shooter, mostly a low-point scorer that doesn't necessarily want to be the leader. Jayson Tatum, 20, cheaper, shoots better, leadership skills, never hurt. I'm not trading him. And by the way, this is one of the reasons I think Anthony Davis will become a Laker. Because once you don't include Jayson Tatum in the deal, Boston's package may be better than LA's, but it's not that much better. I mean, I like Al Horford, but I'd give Al Horford away if I got Anthony Davis. I like Gordon Hayward. I'd give him away too. But once you take out Jayson Tatum in the Anthony Davis potential trade deal, Boston's offer is picks and guys. Tatum, hard pass, never trading him. This is what you're praying for from a 20-year-old. I don't even think Jayson Tatum is close to his ceiling. And I like Anthony Davis. He's at close to his ceiling. I like it. But I'll take Jayson Tatum, and I'll go against what every NBA expert and analytic whiz tells you. I am never trading that kid. He's what you're praying for when you win ping pong balls in the lottery. Look at his class and look at him. He's miles ahead of it. Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
So despite losing a second straight game, LeBron surpassed Andre Miller to move to number 10 on the NBA's all-time assist list. In the process, he also became the only player in league history to be in the top 10 of points and assists. So after the game, LeBron took it to Instagram to share his thoughts on his latest achievement. He wrote, "I literally have no words. I guess like real Cole World said," that's J. Cole, "even when the dark out, the sun is shining somewhere. Throughout it all, no matter good or bad, appreciate the journey. Thank you to all who continue to take this journey with me." And then a bunch of hashtags and emojis. I have some questions. First of all, you do have words because you shouldn't use the word literally. You had a lot to say about it. First of all. Second, can anyone let LeBron James know the state of the Lakers right now? Can someone just pull him aside like, hey, awesome accomplishment, not the time.
Thank you.
Just not the time.
Let me ask you this. If I set some sort of podcast record, you and I did, but FS1 had let go of 250 people, would it be the day I go to Instagram and go, hey, my podcast is crushing it?
Yeah.
Be like, no. Let's have sympathy and empathy for our coworkers and the environment and the culture. Like LeBron.
Just take the temperature of the room.
Thank you.
It's not the time to do this.
Yes.
It's just not.
Especially
he did the
when you're
same thing on the night of the worst loss of his career when he's sitting at the end of the bench. I mean, this is just not when you do this.
Yeah.
It's not. And then on top of it, to go into what he actually said, even though the dark out, the sun is shining somewhere, and no matter good or bad, like you're recognizing this is not the space or time to be celebrating individual accomplishments, however great and all time they are. And while I agree with him that they need to pick it up and they aren't playing with a sense of urgency and they need to start thinking of a mindset of championships and playoffs. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, there are just some things. There is a responsibility of being the CEO, of being the star, of being the big man on campus. There is a responsibility. You will often mostly set the culture and expectations. LeBron, I wouldn't like if a rookie did this, but for the iconic global star of the league, this was not the day to...
It's not the day, and I don't like to pick at everything that LeBron does.
No, you're not that person.
I don't think that's fair, but not the day.
Yeah.
It's just not. All right, so you know how we like to debate lists?
Yeah.
So let's do it. ESPN has released their latest top 25 NBA players under the age of 25. And I have the list here, and I have some problems. First of all, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, and Jaylen Brown are not 21 through 25. Like, they need to move up.
Marvin Bagley of the Kings, I would put higher, for
all
sure.
All the way to 12. Marvin Bagley, I would move up as well. Luka feels a bit low, but he is a rookie.
Yeah,
so
time out. Jayson Tatum's better than Donovan Mitchell, and I like Donovan Mitchell. I get a 6'8" guy who's a better shooter. Jayson Tatum's better, and I love Donovan Mitchell.
No, Donovan Mitchell's a great player. I'm sliding Jayson Tatum up as well. Yes, we were literally just talking about Jayson Tatum and the impact he has. I think Kristaps is a bit low as well. I don't know how you rearrange them, but I'm definitely moving Kyle Kuzma up a tremendous amount. But it is a fun list, though. It's interesting.
I would have Jayson Tatum higher and Marvin Bagley higher. Everybody else, I'm not going to nitpick, but I think Jayson Tatum, I just want to say this. He's forget under 25. He's 20. He should be a junior in college.
Yeah.
And last year he was leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals over, an Eastern Conference where Indiana was better and Toronto was better and Milwaukee was better. Like, Tatum's not under 25. He's 20. He almost doesn't make the list 15 to 20-year-old.
I was talking to you about this before. That's why I said if they trade him to the Pelicans, it's going to be his team, and they're going to do some winning. He has incredible potential.
Goulet just said, Tatum will be on this list 4.5 years from now.
Yes.
That's how good he is.
Yes. And finally, the NFL's competition committee kicked off the NFL Scouting Combine week with their annual meeting on Monday, and the biggest attention will be on the discussion of expanding instant replay in the aftermath of the non-call and the Saints' playoff loss to the Rams.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath on a big, bold move to be declared after the meeting. NFL Network Shooty Batista reported one committee member told her he's not sure anything will be done to instant replay this year. She tweeted a big phrase with the competition committee, always unintended consequences. So the real concern that making non-calls reviewable would mean flags thrown on every touchdown run.
Yeah.
For example, coach says, hey, look at the guard. He was holding.
Listen, it was a bad call. It happened. Let's move on. Happens all the time. Dallas Cowboys off a goofy catch rule, which I still think Des Bryant caught the ball in every single football game of my life. 2 hands, 2 knees,
2 steps.
Belly, 2 steps is a catch. So it happens. The Cowboys should have gotten, to the big game, and the Saints argued they should have, but there was a lot of football played after that moment. Let's move on.
Interesting names on the committee list, though.
Who?
John Mara, Stephen Jones, Mark Murphy of the Packers, Rich McKay, the Falcons team president, Ozzie Newsome, John Elway, Mike Tomlin, and Sean Payton.
By the way, if you picked 8 guys in the NFL you kind of wanted to hang out with,
that's a pretty cool room.
If you say, hey, there's 8 guys in the NFL you can go to the bar, have a bourbon with, and talk shop, and I get Tomlin and Elway and Ozzie and Stephen Jones and Amara and a Sean Payton.
I do wonder what Sean Payton, now that the dust has settled a little bit, I do wonder what Sean Payton's opinion about changing the instant replay rule is. Like his real opinion. Because even though I'm sure you still heard about it, does he really feel like we should be able to throw flags on holding penalties?
Yeah. I would love to see the conservative Mara and Mike Tomlin in the same room. Because Tomlin is going to give you an opinion. Tomlin's the greatest NFL coach in league history at the mic. By far.
He's strong.
Mike Ditka's second, and I'm talking Grand Canyon to Laurel Canyon. Like, there's a huge drop. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line.
You know what? Honestly,
News.
people ask me all the time, who's never been a guest on your show you want? Mike Tomlin. Of all the people in the people ask me that all the time. All the time at car washes, grocery